So it's the fourth week of turkey season. We've bagged one on camera, seen a bunch, had a bunch of close calls. So my college roommate, Mark Hogan, calls me up, and he wants to go turkey hunting. And we went to Georgia State together for 4 years, played football together for 4 years, lived together for 2 years. So I'll tell you a little bit about Mark. Off the field, just a quality guy. That's just the best way to put it, quality guy. Mild-mannered, polite, but on the field, man, he was just a scrapper. He'd get after it. He'd make big plays. He's always in the right spot at the right time, make interceptions, and just flat out knock you in the mouth and then smile and jaw at you when he went back to the huddle. So you fast forward 4 years, time flies by. We're both graduating. He still has a year of eligibility left, so he transfers to UNC Charlotte. Their first game in school history. He gets an interception, takes it to the house. It's on Sports Center.
First ever touchdown for that school. First time you're gonna remember it. You're gonna remember it, Mark Hogan.
I got Mark hunting with me when we were in college together, and he started liking it right off the bat. He got into guns and started getting camo, and he went with me a few times throughout school, and we never had a whole lot of luck. We had some hunts where we saw some stuff, but we never quite closed the deal. And so when he called me up and said that he wanted to come turkey hunting, this time I was determined. I was really, really, really wanting him to get something. And so we set out to make it happen. Mark got in town.
Who's he?
And I could tell he was excited to start hunting. I had just got off work. We met at my house, threw on our camo, we got out in the woods, and for a while we weren't getting any responses, no gobbles, weren't hearing much. Probably sat for about an hour and a half, and I could tell Mark was getting a little antsy, and then all of a sudden one just hammered back. And we're sitting in this bottomland area. It's real thick, a lot of brush. And I have a decoy out, but he never saw it. He just keeps moving, just kind of passing through. And then all of a sudden we see there's another one. And they give us a little bit of interest, but it's pretty much roosting time at this point. And they may have been in range for a minute, but pretty much they stay right on the edge of the thick stuff we were in, and they're not quite confident enough to come in. They figure they're going to go ahead and call it a night and check it out in the morning. And that's what we were planning on them doing and hoping that they would do. And so we pulled out our phones, pulled up maps, dropped a pin on where we were, dropped a pin on where we thought the birds roosted, and we waited till it got dark, called it a night. Snuck out of the woods as quietly as we could, trying not to disturb them.
They went out in the afternoon and had a close encounter with a nice gobbler, but he didn't come all the way in. But they did roost him, so they asked me if I wanted to go out the next morning and help call that bird in. At any time you can go be with somebody and maybe be a part of them getting their first turkey is a really special day. So of course I was glad to do that. Mark's a great guy. And Saturday morning the three of us headed out. We had a good setup. We put some decoys in the edge of the pasture, and then we got about 10 yards into the woods or so, and it took a while. We heard some gobbling, but not a lot.
We waited around for a couple hours, and it seemed like, it might be a lost morning as far as that's going.
And then the guys saw some birds coming in quietly, and then they went on out into the pasture.
Tension's starting to rise, and his heart's starting to pound.
it didn't take long after that before they decided to come over and investigate the hen they heard yelping and clucking over there. And sure enough, they both topped the hill. And once they made eye contact with those decoys, I didn't do much other than just some soft clucks.
And sure enough, Mr. Wyatt reels him in.
And he put it down.
He's an opportunist, and he closed the deal.
Just perfectly, probably about 100 yards from where we spotted him yesterday. Waited an hour, 15 minutes, heard some stuff come down, saw him walk out. We were kind of afraid they were gonna just keep walking. Sure enough, called him back in. Wow, Phil.
Oh yeah, he went down like a ton of bricks.
Thanks, man. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Blake had a good feeling about it yesterday. He said, we're going to get one. We know each other from football, but, you know, our friendship goes way beyond that, way beyond college. So, had a great time this weekend. And we just have a good old time. And, you know, just spending time with friends, that's what it's all about. You know, good friends, lifelong friends.
They shot Tom.
What slam there? Doesn't happen. They came over the hill.
Yeah, so we saw a barrel right Wow, that kid, it happened so fast. So came into town from North Carolina, called up my old college roommate Blake, and you know, Blake's been in the hunting for a long time, and you know, I lived with Blake for a couple years and slowly started learning more about it, getting more interested, doing more research as far as, you know, firearms and wildlife, hunting go. And you know, every opportunity I get now, I like to give Blake a heads up and say, hey man, I'm coming in town. I'd love to come hunt with you guys. You know, the thing is, you know, it's really fun to hunt with people that know what they're doing. You know, and I've been guided quail hunts and stuff before, but you know, to have people that really know their own land and their own property to go hunt that is just something fun. You know, to see people in their own element, scouting out their land and picking their spots. And you know, got my first turkey.
Anytime you can help somebody, be a part of it when they get their first turkey is a special thing. I can remember 30-something years ago when my neighbor Neil Elliott took me turkey hunting. I think maybe it took 2 trips, but I didn't really know exactly what I was looking for. and he was calling. I was sitting there. Next thing I knew, there was a turkey standing in front of me. I never saw him coming, never heard him coming. He was just, 20 or 30 yards out there, and I raised the gun up and shot him. But that introduced me to turkey hunting. Loved it. So anytime I can do that for somebody else, pass that forward, pass off the baton, let him see what a thrill it is to be out in the woods and hunt. And sometimes you get the game and sometimes you don't, but it's always a great day to be out in the spring in the woods. And to do that with your son and your son's college roommate, after watching them play ball together, it was a great day. So I was just real happy to be a part of that with Mark and Blake. It was a special moment.